and going. Okay, all right. Good morning, everybody. Today is the 3rd of December, okay, 2020. Okay, so let's us now roll right into the current news of the day. All right, let's just take a look at the current news of the day. Let's take a look right now. Can you see my the coronavirus update? Yeah, Kenna, thank you. All right. So what we are seeing now is pretty disturbing. Okay, it's pretty disturbing, FYI, because you can see that the USA has clocked in 188,000 new cases overnight. All right, overnight, and of course, again another 2,700 people has passed on. Unfortunately, this is really crazy, lah. I mean, put it this way, like total death around the whole world was 12,000 yesterday, and US itself took up 1/6 of it already. So the thing is this, of course, some countries are still not coming up. Now, eventually you look at the US market, you can see this news just came in, right? US tops the milestone of 100,000 COVID hospitalization, okay? Basically means 100,000 people are now actually in the hospital and they are pretty sick. And this number is expecting to continue to rise, all right? I know that by saying all this at the morning, it doesn't make any sense, but to us itself, right? This is something you must understand is really incredible. You can see it's a very sad, thingy. You can see that, right? They are really trying their best to help people, and it's very sad, put this way. All right, in the morning. So the thing is, if you notice this as something that happened yesterday, I don't think I can show it to you. Japan, COVID, new virus. I didn't get a news yet. I saw something there. Okay, you can see that, right? Japan has a new virus. It's a new virus wave. Okay, new virus. Apparently, it's all right. I saw one Bloomberg article saying that there is a new virus ongoing in Japan. So that's why it's very scary, because the vaccination that we have now is only meant for whatever we are having now. And if the virus keep on, evolving, all right, that means the vaccine can keep on improving. It's going to be very difficult, all right, and the data are going to be very strenuous to all the medical stuff. So that's why it's pretty tiring for it. But nonetheless, it's all right. Let's start this morning with the regular sharing. Okay, let's put it in. Let me just get it ready. Okay, start it, pick up it. Okay. All right, so today is the 3rd of December, 2020, Thursday. All right, we're coming to the weekend. And I probably want to say this once again. Normally, towards the weekend, I would rather you go slow with your positioning size. And of course, this coming Friday will be the non-farm payroll, all right? The non-farm payroll. All right, so again, once again, everybody, I need you to give me your disclaimer as usual. Would you mind keying the disclaimer into the group chat so that you identify me for any sharing today, all right? Now, every day, my view will be different, okay? Not because that I play with the wind, but it's that yesterday is a buy, we call for buy. If it's a sell, we call for sell. So yesterday in the morning, I called for sell in the Dow Jones, the Dow came off. But in the afternoon, right, the market reversed and the price goes up again. Similarly, yesterday I called for buy in gold and gold went up. So that is how it goes. Sometimes it can be buyer, it can be seller, all right? So of course, if you are our PSV user, you will know exactly what to do. But if you're a public member itself, right, if you feel that what I shared today makes a lot of sense and you like our charts, you want to join us, then come on board, okay? All right, now what happened is this. Let's look at what happened last night. This is the Dow Jones, okay? This is the Dow Jones. It was a very incredible recovery. So the Dow Jones basically recovered from the low. It went down initially, very fast one. Then after that, it actually rebounded pretty strongly all the way up to about 29,800. Then after that, it's tried to scale its height towards the 29,900. Then eventually closed a little bit to the top side. All right. So end of the day, from the low end to the high. All right. So that's what happened to the Dow Jones cash market. Then you can see that the news is that, the news says that S&P 500 ekes out record close as Wall Street weighs on a new round of stimulus talks. So what are they having now? What is a new talk they are talking about? Let's take a look right here. So this is the main G's of it. Okay, basically Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says that the joint statement, they're going to do up this partition bill and they are looking at, right, more stuff to come in. So apparently they say don't have, now they say have again. Now this is typically Wall Street stuff. On Tuesday, this guy, the Senate Majority Leader McConnell says that no, he rejected, the market came down, right? Then after that, the market, probably the boys buy at the bottom, and they come to the news, say, you're going to have it. So this is how the boys, the Wall Street play this news out. They want to buy, they will tell you good news. You want to sell, they tell you bad news. It's been like that. So that's why for us in this time frame now, seriously, you want to trade in the market, you need to put your eyes on the market screen. You cannot just leave it alone. All right, it's going to be very taxing, but it is like that for time being now. All right, so this is what really happened in the Wall Street. So let's just look today. How can we handle it? Okay, look at the chart right now. Now, this is the chart, okay? I don't change my chart unless necessary, and usually I do my alteration during the MAO. So you can see that again, yesterday when I say that the Dow will go down, because the Dow went below the trend line that I draw on a conventional chart. Remember that? Yeah, remember? So what happened is that the Dow basically was, it went below the line, so I called for sell. And of course, the Dow went down quite a fair bit, a lot of us make money. But again, during the night, you reverse course and stay above the line. So that's why the trend is still up, okay? It's still up, huh? But today, it seems to be testing it again because of the coronavirus. All right, it's testing it again. So about another few more moments, it'll be touching that particular trend line. So why call for sell? Of course, if the market break that level, I will still call for sell. Now, what is incredible is that you can see still there, the triple top or even quadruple top is still there. All right, it is still there. So some people are saying that, Kel, maybe this is the time to buy because the market has reversed 2 times at the trend line, and later on, who knows, we see a big up move. Well, it is possible. I repeat, it is very possible. Because now everyone I know is talking about quadruple top. And quadruple top usually means that, right, the market should come down. But to me, quadruple top can only formulate only when the market really comes down, then the quadruple top thingy makes sense. But if not at this junction here itself, and call it quadruple top, it's going to be very dangerous because the market, if it change upwards, right, it can change course and go for 31 to 32,000. Correct? So that's why I will tell you guys is that, right, don't call this quadruple top, triple top thingy for time being until the market manifests the movement. Now, of course, it's our risk-reward ratio. If let's say you are going to short here, your risk will be here. That means that, right, your stop loss has to be placed at the quadruple top area. So the quadruple top area now is about 30,080. All right. So the current price now is 29,850. Okay. So which means that you're talking about a risk factor of 230 points. And versus the downside. Now the downside potential for the MA30, that number is, let me take a look. The number is, is 29,376. Okay, make it simple, 29,400. Okay. So 29,400. So 29,400 is this point here, 29,400. So which means that, right, if I'm going to put a short right now, my risk is 230 points. My potential gain is 450 points. So it's a 230 point risk versus a 450 point profit. So this is a 1-to-2 ratio, which means that your risk reward ratio is 1-to-2. Hence, therefore, if you think it makes sense to you, then you short. You understand? That's how you trade. So 1-to-2 ratio obviously is good because why? You know, for the money you pay for, you can have double the income. But of course, let's just be honest. I can even place it as a target here, and get the 1-to-8, 1-to-10 risk reward ratio. But if the market don't go there, it's pointless. You understand? Right? So risk reward ratio is not a sure win thing. It's not a probability act. It's just that basically if you do something, what's your reward at the end of the day? Okay. So to me itself, right, this trade looks good because why? If it's going to lose, I lose 230 points. If I win, I win 450 points. I think it's a worthy trade. Okay. All right. If you understand what I just said, can you key number 1 into the group chat, please? Number 1. Someone asked me on the site now, okay, asking me, Kel, why you want to short and don't buy? What's the market been going up? Put it this way, like I say, this buying, if you realize this is all fundamental news, meaning they pop it up with some news out of nowhere. The day before was Federal Reserve. The day yesterday was because of the Senate, Nancy Pelosi. So it's based on what they say, then the market reacted. But what is actually happening is the COVID is ongoing. So I rather take the reality side and rather than wait for them to tell me good news. The worst thing is that if the bad news come out of nowhere, that will be the hit. So I rather do the one that can see visually. All right. So the 15-minute chart, I stick with that. Now the reason why I stick with this because this is the lowest and this is the highest point. So And I do the Fibonacci, I realized that I can see this very clearly. If the market stays above my 50, it will go to 38.2. If it's 38.2, it should go to 23.6 as a resistance. If not, you come back down, my 38.2 again uses for a support. So as long as the market trade within this range from the low point to the high point, I will know exactly what to do, right? And of course, I will use the traditional indicators like RSI to give me a bit of feel of where's the top and the bottom, just a bit of feel, all right? Because since the market now is trading in range form, then we use the traditional method. I use the word traditional method to do. Now, I don't go against traditional method, but I use the way I use it is very different. That's all. I use it with something else. Okay, with something else itself. All right. So my point is, as long as the market stays above the 61.8 point here, I think the market is still fairly positive at the moment. Okay. How's the vaccine news right now? Honestly, I didn't go right in, but we believe that the vaccine news says that you'll be ready by this year or if not early next year. But of course, end of the day is I am not confident with this at the moment. Now, basically, end of the day is that I've been last night I have a dinner gathering and again talked to some people and they are just telling me the same thing again. This is a different group of people. They're telling me, Kel, they will not really be the first people to jump into the vaccine because apparently it's we all know the fact of the matter is that within 6 months, how much trust can we have for this vaccine? So seriously, I buy that on too. So I leave it to you to decide. But as I say, I won't be doing that so early. Okay. Right. The weekly chart you can see now very clearly. Right. The weekly chart yesterday, the market purposely came down and tested the midpoint and rebounded. That was 2 days ago. And now it's trying to do the top here. At this moment now, you can see that it's very clearly the market is heavily resisted by this trend line that I draw. All right, this is a megaphone trend line. All right, of course, some people say, Kel, why don't you just connect it to the higher level so it'll be much precise? No, guys, we're not here to find precision. We're here to give yourself a feel of the general market. The market can't be perfect. You cannot purposely force the line to be perfect. I can do it. I can do this and purposely force the line to be perfect. Sorry, where's my line? Okay, wait, on my object list. I can purposely make the trend line perfect, okay, by putting this point here and then do a perfect trend line and do something like this. To make it beautiful. But what's the point? Right? This is just basically making yourself happy. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I just want to put a trend line. Then I can see the macro field. And I know that, at this moment now, I rather sell than buy. You understand? And if you look at the bottom here, the conventional indicators are all at the top part. So this is whereby we actually do a bit of, strategizing of the market, okay? So if the market go higher, follow through, but I won't be buying as much. That's my point. So that is the weekly chart. Now look at the Dow Jones chart of ours today. Okay, this is our Dow Jones chart right now. Okay, so our Dow today is interesting. Okay, we can see that the opening price is above pivot 1, 29880, but now it's trading below pivot 1. So based on pivot rule, it's a sell. Based on pivot rule, it's a sell right now. Okay, so you can see the 15-minute chart clearer. You can see that the market did a CCYR and then now it's going down below the pivot 1. So unless later on the market found strength and go above OP and above pivot 1, then this will be a buy right here. Only when the market reach this point and go above it, then you can buy. If not, it's all right. There is a possibility for the Dow to come down to this point here after this point. Right, KTR plus -1 will be the first one, is 29797. Okay, I think that will be easily breached. All right, the one they're looking out for is 29685. I think that will be a first support. Then the one that is at the bottom of the screen, you realize this is the pivot 2, and that it happened to be very near to our KTR -3, right? So usually if the market comes down to here, there will be artificial support. This is what I guess so. So if the market do come down later, when the market go towards the pivot 2, which is 29559, okay, be very careful. The market may support over there. So short sellers, if you are shorting now, then take note around 29559 if you want to consider to do some buying back. Okay, around there. So that is my sharing for the Dow for now. Okay, all clear on this? If everybody clear, can you key number 2 into the group chat? Okay, thank you. All right, so I clear the chart. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones. Then how about the NASDAQ? Well, the NASDAQ chart is still going up. I had told you guys, NASDAQ chart is still going up itself. Okay. It's a NASDAQ, right? Yesterday do a fantastic, this is a very big doji, and we also know this is called the dragonfly. In candlestick, it's called dragonfly. And it's a doji, dragonfly, and this is pretty dangerous. Now, there's two sides of the reading of this chart. The people who are positive, they will say that this is a long tail reversal, hence therefore there should be more upside. All right. The other one they are saying is that because the boys are dumping with volume, and that's why the tail is so long. Well, both sides are technically correct. So I won't say which is correct, which is wrong. But there's something that I need to inform you, which is my personal sharing, is that if you realize this is not the first dragonfly we saw. This is the second one. Now, usually when you see two dragonflies coming into the chart, you must be very careful already. That means that, right, I will say this upfront. I'm going to say upfront, the market likely will be a big up movement because of some very positive earnings, or the market sell-off is going to be drastic. I repeat, the selling could be drastic. Now, normally when you see this doing two at the same time, that usually tells you big movement is definitely around the corner. Because you can imagine this, for the dragonfly to formulate, it has to have a lot of selling initially, right? A lot of selling. Now, think about this. Who will be selling right now at this time when things are okay? So likely must be the big boys. Then why the market went up? Because you saw the stimulus package, you saw the Federal Reserve coming in to buy. So there's a different buyer and different seller right now at this stage here. So you must see the difference. I will do another sharing tomorrow. I will try to dig out for you why I say about this upside and downside, because I remember in my memory, I saw this before, and of course the NASDAQ did a very big movement. I'll get back to you tomorrow on tomorrow's MAO, all right? But for today now, I will say this. If the market is so strong, right, so strong, then the market cannot go below yesterday's closing. Cannot, because if the market is so strong, it cannot go below the yesterday's closing. And of course, this trend line now, I have to remove it away because it's no longer applicable. All right, so this is still the one. So we can see it's still moving upwards. Now, of course, we can do something like this. If you want me to do that, I can take this point here, all right, and then I connect, right? I connect to this point here, which is the top, right? So this is the one that broke out. So this is the nearest top. I can do something like this just for you to take a look if you want to do that. All right, nothing much, but just share it. So look at the NASDAQ weekly chart, the long-term chart, right? I say it's converging, it's still converging. All right, so there is a breakdown, there is a divergence in the movement. So that's why I'm saying that, right? At the moment now, for NASDAQ, it's still pretty positive for this time being, okay, for NASDAQ. Now for our own chart, right? Okay, for our own chart today, NASDAQ day chart, let's take a look. Now today, NASDAQ day chart is still pretty strong. At the moment now, it's still beyond, it's in the pivot 1, pivot 2, but watch out for this, 12447, 12447. 12447 is a very important pivot 2. If the NASDAQ later on breaks below the pivot 2, I will sell. All right, 12447. If the market later breaks this point, I will sell NASDAQ. Okay, so I'm sharing you now live right now. Okay, so now the NASDAQ is 12466, so it's still got 20 more points to go. So let's watch this. Someone asked me, is 6th November a dragonfly? Let me just take a look. 6th November, where are you? 6 November. This one? Yeah, it is. Now for dragonfly, basically means that the body must be near the top. All right. Of course, the perfect one, the perfect dragonfly is something like this, like that. Perfect one. Okay, not the tail like that, but it's just around there. Okay. So I say you look at those charted analysis, right? They will tell you that dragonfly have two sides of coin. Some say it's a good one, some it's a bad one. But to me, very important is if it's a good one, the market cannot go below yesterday's closing price. Okay, if it's a good one, the market shouldn't go below yesterday's closing price. That's more important. Okay, all right. So that is NASDAQ. S&P, I realize that not many people trade, so I just skim past. Now S&P 500 on my day chart itself is beautiful. Okay, it's already again testing it. And apparently there's a very strong, interesting resistance at 3642. I've been mentioning this several times. So watch out for 3642. The market basically yesterday missed the 3642 level, just a fraction of it, and then recovered. So that's why I believe this is a very strong support, 3642. All right, this number 3642. And S&P 500 on my chart right now on the PSB chart, S&P today. Now today you can see it also opening price is between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. Hence, therefore, the market itself, right, must go down to 3647 for it to go down further. So it's a bit far now. So just leave it alone first, right? Still a bit far. All right, about nearly 20 points. S&P 20 points a lot. It's about 200 points on the Dow Jones. Okay, so that will be the US side. Then for this Hang Seng, this is Hang Seng chart, and you can see I told you, right, the MA30, right, you can put it in. So yesterday Hang Seng came down, but once you hit the near to MA30, it rebounded. Okay, it rebounded. So today, this morning, we do expect Hang Seng to test up again. Hang Seng should be testing again this point here itself. That is, wait, around here. Okay, Hang Seng should test about 26,800. It should test it again before we see any form of resistance. Right, 26,800. All right. So for commodities wise, let's take a look right now. Commodities, this is gold yesterday. Now, how many of you make money in gold yesterday? If you make money in gold yesterday, can you key the word gold, G-O-L-D, gold? All right, if you made money in gold yesterday, please key G-O-L-D. Now, yesterday, yes, indeed, many of my students make money again from gold. And because why? Finally, they understand that you just have to follow the chart regardless. And of course, wow, so many of you make money in gold. Wow, excellent, guys, fantastic. Okay. So this is how it works, guys. If you trust what you believe and the system, I think you're going to make a lot of money. Congratulations to all the big winners. Congratulations. Okay, so the thing is this. Let me just do a quick. So on. Okay, give me. Okay. Now, yesterday, gold basically from the starting point, it went up first all the way to 1835. Okay, that's cash market, by the way. Then it dropped down very fast to 1815, but towards the end of the day, it went back to 1830 above. So this is a very strong bullish market. There is some profit taking, obviously, but again, this is what happened. And of course, now you see the news. Oh my God! Now the analysts say the bulls gain control. They say that now it's time to rebound. It's bullish now. You see this how bullshit these guys are. Sorry, I mean really. 2 days ago, they are saying the market is so bearish, 16 plus coming in. Now 18 plus, they say it's 19 plus coming in. Now they are not wrong because they're just reporting facts and figures. But because of us traders, right, we look for news, and we look at this news and the way what they write, it will sway your mind away. That's why I tell you this. I do news because to just share it with you, but I don't look at news. Honestly, I don't look at news because the more I look at it, the more screw I felt to myself. Okay, so I mean the choice is yours, but I'm just sharing it to you what the analysts are saying and what you should be doing today. So for today's gold, let's take a look at the conventional first. Now this is the conventional chart on gold, and I already tell you guys that gold actually is an uptrend. Okay, so see now I show you this way that wow, yeah, uptrend, you know. But last 3 weeks, last 3 months, you tell me it's downtrend. So that is the very big problem here itself. Okay, so now what's next? Well, let's take a look right now at gold. Okay, now gold is trading at 1828. Now gold has lifted off from the low of 1764. Okay, so I mentioned to you my personal target, okay, is 1837. I repeat, 1837, right? Okay, 1837 is my personal target for this time round. Okay, which is our KCB. All right, 1837. Okay, that is my target. So if gold goes to 1837, I will want to go slow. Why? Now let me explain to you why. You see, of course, gold, if 1837 goes through, theoretically, it can go to 1869. I repeat, it can go to 1869. Okay, 1869. Let me just, for the sake of everybody, don't get any misunderstanding here. Okay, the first target, 1837. Okay, first target. The second target is 1869, right? Okay. Now, if you are a PSV student, you understand how I get these figures, okay? But there's a problem in conventional chart. You notice this? This is the MA30. And this MA30 have just crossed the MA200. Now, usually this our cross means what? It's a death cross. Now that cross means that, right, sentiment-wise, the market is actually pretty bearish. So I got this feeling that if gold do go past 1837, I will appeal to all of you to take some profit from the market first. Then some, not all, some. Then what you do is that you shift your stop loss slightly higher than your entry price and let it try and see whether the market can do this. Okay, can do this. See whether the gold price can go all the way to the MA30 down there. And that figure happened to be 1847. 1847. Okay, as of today. So always it may change every day because of the MA is moving, right? Now, why 1847? Because 1850, every $50 for gold is a little bit of a milestone. So 1850 and 1847 is very nearby. So now the gold from the low point of 1764, all right, if you go all the way up to 1847, that is about nearly $80 from the bottom. I think that is pretty decent already for after a huge sell-off. All right. So I believe that there will be a resistance at 1847, which is nothing to do with our chocolate bar or whatever. It's just an MA30 level. So I will seriously warn traders, when gold hit about 1847 area, be very careful. Don't jump in at that moment. Just be careful because there's be a lot of sellers waiting to dump. All clear on that? If everybody clear on that, can you clear CLEAR right into the group chat so that we all have the same page understanding here? Because if not, I have to rewind later on in the group chat. Okay, very important. Okay, all right. Now this is the conventional chart. Let's look at today's our own chart, our PSV chart. Okay, now our PSV chart today, I purposely just show you one of what PTP student will receive, and this is called a KRW. This is the extreme indicator in a way to find the trend of the market based on KTR movement. So you can see why the last 2 days I'm so bullish in gold is because of this indicator too. So KCX and this KRW. Now only PTP student will get to see this. All right. Okay, I think it's away first. Let's just go to conventional, our own one. Now today gold opening price is between pivot 1 and pivot 2. So let me warn this. When the market is below pivot 1 and pivot 2, usually the market will be a bit slow. Number 2, you have to use the OP as a guide. If the market stay below OP, please don't buy if you can. All right, unless you want to buy it from the low, from KTR -3 or -2. Now, today is the first time the market do a color change after a CCRY. The last time a CCRY, interestingly, was last month this time. Exactly, 3rd of November was the last time the CCRY popped up. Today, 3rd of December, happened again. Okay, so 1 month already has passed. Okay, the question is, it's much lower than the previous one, right? So the thing is a good time to buy? Well, based on trend to trend, not so good. Okay, but basically, if you follow rules, your understanding is, if based on rules, you can buy when the market goes above OP, your stop loss is here. Now, this point to this point is about $65 around there, okay? Now, some people say it's too far away to trade, correct. But if you take your bullet, which is the money that you can afford to lose, divide by $65 times 100, all right, that's value per pip, right? You will get a lot size. Now, this lot size will be very, very small, but that will give you the size for you to trade this gold day chart, all right, if the gold really start to go up, okay? All right, so this is up to an individual, up to you. All right, if you want to join us in buying gold in a 3G group, right, you can actually consider talking to Susan on that. Now, the chocolate bar to look out for is 1837, the level that we mentioned, 1837, okay, that is a chocolate bar. The next one is 1869, I mentioned earlier, okay? Now, gold now is trading below OP, right? Gold now is trading below OP. So definitely it's not meant for buying, not now, okay? Not now, So let's look at the intraday chart now. You can see intraday chart, you can see now the gold is trading below the opening price. Hence, therefore, it's not advisable to buy gold right now. Now, at the bottom of the screen, the KCX has just popped up. Okay. All right. Pop up, right? Okay. Buying short. What is buying short supposed to mean? Okay. You don't buy short. I don't know what you mean by buy shorts. Buy to short. Okay. If you want to short, it's still too early, right? We haven't come into nearer to 11 a.m. yet. So you want to do a short sell now on just on discretion note, you can go ahead, but I won't do that right now. It's too early call. Now, interestingly, you realize, correct, someone had pointed out, today 1837 and the KTR+1 is identical. I repeat, today KCB chocolate bar 1837 and our KTR+1 1837 is exactly the same number. So which means that if gold really hit 1837, right, traders who are long, you may consider taking some profit there. Okay, correct on that? Okay, so very clear on that. And of course, you may say, Kel, but yesterday the gold closed above the RL, right, for the first time. Actually, you are wrong. No, it's the second day. Already closed already. Yesterday it was already the day before was already above RL. That's why yesterday I'm so bullish in gold. So today's the third day already. It doesn't work anymore for cage. Clear? Huh? Don't forget, huh? Doesn't mean red bar means it closed here, no. Yesterday, the day before the red bar, the closing was on top. Okay, all right, very important. Okay, so that is my call on gold. So unless gold goes above OP today, for buyers, take a rest. Okay, buyer, take a rest. For traders wise, wait on. If you want to short gold, I mean, this is your personal choice. Okay, I can't stop you from doing that. Okay, for crude oil today, you can see my trend line, I didn't change, and now crude oil hit that trend line perfectly and then rebounded. So crude oil is still on an uptrend. I repeat, crude oil is still an uptrend. Now, before you jump into this, let me just show you something very important. Yeah, forget about this. Just a short moment. Dollar index. Let me show something very important to you. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about this. Okay, okay, let it update for a while. Okay, now yesterday, if you notice this, yesterday the dollar after hitting a low end, the dollar actually went up. But when the dollar went up itself, right, the gold also went up at the same time. You notice that? So that means the dollar now also defray away from the movement of, really move away, put it this way. So don't put the dollar side by side with the gold market. You just go follow through. If the gold say buy on the PSV chart, you just follow through. That's all. You don't change the direction. All right. So yesterday the dollar went up, but the gold also went up. So it doesn't really make any sense anymore. Okay. So that's why I say don't bother by all this so-called relationship. It doesn't really work. Yes, indeed. For my students, right? If you have participated in yesterday's revision, all right, then yes, indeed, this is what I call a BMB. Right, and then that means that, right, there will be big movement coming soon. So in order to do that, right, I'm going to move this chart a bit now to this point here. I'm going to move this chart up to this point here. That means that right now I can tell you this: crude oil, anytime it goes above $45, $46, there will be big upside. If crude oil goes below $44, there will be big downside. So watch out for 46 and 44. All right, 46 on the upside, 44 on the downside. All right. Yes, the cartel are still meeting at the moment now. So watch out for crude. If they don't come out any good news, the market may be coming off. All right. Okay, and last one but not least will be the Hang Seng. Okay, show you the conventional chart on the gold, on the oil. Sorry. All right, this is the oil market today. All right, so based on the pivot rule, 45.26 will be an upside. Now watch this here. If the oil goes past 45.26, the Dow may recover. All right, it may recover, but if the oil goes up and the Dow goes down, that means something bad may be happening. So watch out for that. 45.26 level for today on the crude oil. Okay, and of course, something you love best is this one here. Let me just bring across to you guys. Bitcoin. You can see again Bitcoin. Now, yesterday Bitcoin was incredible. Okay, ignore the lines yesterday's market, but you can see how it works. So you can see on the bottom of your screen right now. Okay, you can see that whenever you can see the green color popping up at the bottom of your screen, if you just solely look at the green and then you look at the market do give powerful signal for buying. Can you see that? So as long as you just follow through, see the KCX blinking at the bottom of your screen, then you follow by the CCRY that you learn from me, right? You can see that, right? You can't make the good everything, but at least you will make some money yesterday. Now this is the M15 chart. Now usually for Bitcoin, we don't use M15. It's a bit too slow because Bitcoin goes pretty fast. So if you look at it now, the M5 chart, you can see it clearer. Right? You can see that there are more intakes, more time to enter. All right. Now for Bitcoin, there's no GTH. Bitcoin is 24 hours, 24/7. In fact, every day can trade. All right, but I cannot deny this. The bigger movement still comes during the Europe time. During the Europe time, you see more movement. Okay. All right. So to go live right now to show it to you, right? Example, someone just asked me this morning, Kel, can we buy Bitcoin this morning? I say no. He say why? Because I say my indicator didn't come down. Yeah, my indicator never come down, I don't buy. But then after that, Bitcoin went up, right? So he was like, see, Kel, I tell you to buy, right? I say, never mind, you buy, lor. But now the price come down already. You see that? So you really need to have a system to help you to make money. If you don't have a system, right, just jolly up by seeing up and down is very, very dangerous. Okay? All right. No, this KCX is for Bitcoin. All right, this my label is not changed yet. There's a new KCX primary for Bitcoin. Yeah, it's a special number for that. Okay, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so that will be all for today in terms of the market analysis. All right, FYI, once again, give me a short time to do my marketing. All right, this will be the last chance for you to pay us at 1388 to join us. Next year onwards, it'll be 1688. Now, why is the price revised? Because we're going to put Bitcoin, Ethereum inside there, and we'll give you additional markets. But of course, for value for money now, if you join us, it'll be much cheaper. All right, so if you want, contact us through Facebook Messenger. We will be able to contact you, and then after that, we would like to have it now. The new version, PSV 3.5.3, yes, it will be released in January. That is inclusive with Bitcoin as part of package. For current students, if you really want that, then you can actually, in January, contact Ben to actually get that itself. All right. Do you cover VIX? No, we don't cover VIX here. Yeah, I don't really go into VIX here. Okay. All right, VIX. Huh? All right, I believe that Bitcoin should be heading towards 23,000 by April. All right, this is a very bold move, but I still believe in that. Okay, the preview will be available for registration on the 5th of December. The preview will be on 12th of December. 12th of December. And of course, if you actually come on board on that day, there'll be a promotional price. Okay, there will be promotional price. Just one more time before we go to next year already. Now, for students who are still online with me, give me a moment. Okay, I spoke to Jason this morning. All right, 6 a.m. with this conversation. We'll say Jason need to work. So in short, he's going to do this for you guys, free. Tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 to 6 p.m., 6 hours trading marathon. He will be live on Zoom, and he will go through everything on fundamental of PSV system, all right? And then he will buy, sell, okay, live in a way to show it to you live, okay, for 6 hours. He'll go through the fundamental basics, and then he will share with you, right, if now what can you do, what should you do, what's the psychology involvement, the terrain and stuff like that for 5 to 6 hours, okay? And it's absolutely free. But there's two conditions. One, you must be a PSV student. Number two, your webcam has to be on. Your webcam has to be on. So your webcam is off, then no choice. Sorry, you cannot participate. All right, no matter how, you can't. Okay, because that's to be fair. Because we don't want any people to just send a link to friends outside and then they come in and see this. Okay, because he's going to share stuff here. All right, the recording will be done. Okay, the replay will be out over the weekend. But because it's a few hours, so it will be a very long recording. Okay, so guys, do yourself a favor, tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., Jason, okay, Jason Mark will do a live sharing, live trading on Zoom for 6 hours marathon, all right? So if you can yourself, right, thanks him in the main group chat, okay? It's a wonderful, wonderful stuff here itself, okay? See, we always give more and more to all of you because we want you guys to succeed in life. So the food of the day is this, guys. All right, optimism is a happiness magnet. If you stay positive, good things and good people will be drawn to you. So I'm very happy that I stay positive and I have good people drawn to me like you, like Jason. That's why I'm doing much better than last time. So I thank you guys for today. All right, I really hope that I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, I'll be around. I will be around to go through that together, but I won't be talking. Jason will be the one talking. All right, guys, I really want you to do well. All right, guys, thank you so much for today. I hope you enjoyed this great session once again. All right. Now, anything else to ask me before we go? All good? Yeah, all good. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you make money today. All right. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.